Okay. I really am, my eyes feel like they're getting so much worse. I might start doing the sunglasses. Yesterday, I went outside and it was super, super overcast. And it was just gloomy. And I still needed my sunglasses on, and it was so dark. And it was like burning my eyes, just that much light. This light just is a killer. Um, Yeah, but I started making it yesterday when I was out and I was driving and it was totally dark out and I'm having my sunglasses on. I was feeling like, man, I feel like some sort of vampire or something. Maybe I'm morphing into my true self and truly am a vampire, antichrist kind of monster and I have no idea. I'm confused by my own identity because I go around preaching about love and unity. Who knows? The upside down world. I don't know. You can't trust everything everybody says. All I can do is give you information to make you be interested in looking into something. I found it fascinating today too. Is Mr. Ballin had put a new one out with this person who it's so horrifying. He has so many horrifying stories. Oh, there's no way anybody could watch his show or listen to his story, his podcast, whatever, and not feel like, man, when it's your time to go, you're going. It doesn't matter. The weirdest things happen to people. So creepy. But I wasn't, just from the title of his new one, I was like, I am not watching this no freaking way. And then this morning, I woke up super early. It's weird because now nothing's waking me up, but my own self, I guess. I don't know. I woke up super, super early and I got my phone and I was looking for something to watch or something. I was kind of looking to see like what was in the news, if there was anything going on. And he had a whole little thing written about this new post he had put up and how he had a hard time completing it just because it's so creepy. And it, has confirmation for sure. There was a lot of things, that are super creepy about it. But when somebody does go in some like horrific way, you think about, this person who dies instantly. This horrible thing happens, they die instantly, but everyone around them who's experiencing this, who's trying to sort of save them for 20, 30 minutes or something, it's like that two totally different realities. They have no idea this person's gone. They're trying to do everything they can to save him, and it's hopeless, pointless. And they're having this total experience that they have, a way to save them. But the thing that I really, really liked that he had made mention of was he said on this, because this is the airplane one. He said when everybody thought that they were about to die, they all just became like fight or flight and became super narrow minded. They couldn't see anything. And he said once they started coming out of that and they started having more realization that there was something else going on around them, then their perspective started to open into others' experiences. And that is exactly what the awakening is all about. It is about that conscious awareness of looking outside of something that you already perceive. And it's just really fascinating how people are so locked into this one vision, even when you try and, give them hints or tell them or whatever. And this whole process for a consciousness to awaken like this is, well, it's fascinating and it's also sad and scary. And you want to do everything you can to help them. But, each little bit that a consciousness is learning in that experience is something that they take with them forever. So, um, there's a lot of cool stuff going on, even though it is kind of tragic watching people sleep, be mistreated. It's really sad. So I really did like that. And that is what everybody just needs to think about, that of looking outside in a broader perspective, and to go in and just listen to all sorts of people, all sorts of weirdos like me, all sorts of people. So start formulating your own beliefs. So the whole thing is so many people are just right now, they're just locked into the narrative. They're locked, it has been so indoctrinated. And, you know, when I think about some of the stuff, like I was driving Stella down to the vet so they could do something with her nail again today. And when we were going, when I'll be driving so many times when it is just, it's so unmanaged or something, when you're out in the woods in the mountains. And you know, there's a lot of people living out here, but it's just, it's wild. Like I don't want to be out in the woods in the dark. And so when you're driving it, you know, you have to take notice of it. You're just, you know, you're out in the woods. And I always think about the pioneers and the settlers and the people who brought us across the nation. And it is, it's kind of sad because I think that they don't get recognized for really what a gallant thing that they had done by going out and pioneering across and battling some of the stuff. Just when you go out to some of these places and you see the roads built and stuff, and you think about how many people lost their lives building roads just to help people, you know, cross terrain. And, you know, it's hazardous out there. And these people just did it with, I mean, they didn't even have a car to go into. I mean, we have people who can get trapped out somewhere. I keep seeing stories about these people getting trapped out somewhere, trapped in their car, and they'll die. And I mean, these people didn't even have a car. They're just out there taking on the wilderness. And, you know, it is what has established us. It's what has really, you know, grown this nation. If nobody was willing to go and do that, you know, everybody would still be what they would like. The controllers, I'm sure, would like that. I don't think that they've been such a fan of it, because even when people could go out and just homestead and take property and, you know, farm it and take care of themselves, you know, they've been trying to take that away this whole time. I mean, what they're doing to the farms right now, and all about so they can control 100% of all of our food. And it just, everything about it is just, it's so crazy. It's so crazy what's going on, and it's so crazy how many people just can't even see it. But it is that completely narrow-minded, focused on, well, for a while, you know, they took them out of their own fight or flight survival mode in life. They took him out of that to give him this orange man to hate for a while, because they knew he'd be doing some stuff that they needed to get it out there. Got to get ahead of the game. We got to get everybody to hate him. Don't trust him. He's the worst. And, you know, there's a huge campaign for that. So they did, you know, somehow they were able to be steered in that direction to focus on that. But, you know, and also, yeah, that one guy who, you know, couldn't breathe there. I mean, a lot of people probably on fentanyl have that situation, but I don't know. Some people, I guess, deserve statues. And can you imagine, like, to me, you know, I mean, there's a lot of Black people out there who are ashamed of that kind of behavior, who are doing really good work out in the world, and they aren't being recognized. They aren't being noticed. And then this person is being recognized. And when you're recognizing someone like that, and, you know, giving them all this, like, idolization, hero worship and stuff like that, you think about what that does to that community. Like, oh, this is the best of the best for you guys. Look at this. Hey, you guys better notice. You better take heed. It's like, what a slap in the face. Like, really. And these people, like, that's the part where people are going around with their feet in their mouth and don't even know it. Like, why can't you see what a slap in the face that is to recognize somebody in that situation in that way? You know, you don't do that until you start recognizing the people who are doing great work in those communities. And, you know, it's shameful the way that people participate in this. Uh, they're tearing down communities and tearing down culture and tearing down people, humanity, mankind. They're tearing it down little by little. And you know, it's like when you have a wall that you put wallpaper on, and you start trying to take it off, and you just got it just shredded in little pieces. That's what they've done to humanity, to the human psyche, you know. And they've given them all of these little trigger words, and they've let them, you know, by these things they like to wear on their nose. They're being led by the, you know, it's crazy. And that's kind of crazy there too, with this group of people who are being led so much. There's a lot of them who have those. It's kind of weird, huh? So, anyways, you know, all of this stuff it's all about control. It's all about, you know, tearing us down, but they always have the solution. It just comes in a chemical form. But trust them. It's okay. It's good for you. You know, I don't trust them. You know, they've, you know, wrecked my health with their medicine and stuff like that. And then, you know, going in the hospital, and then they give me a brain injury. They drain all my CSF out for nearly a week. And then, you know, which damaged my eyes, which now I'm going blind. So, yeah, I don't trust them. I don't believe a word they say. And, you know, but I have experience. I know from experience. That is how we learn, from experience. We go through a situation that teaches us something. And we have this opportunity as people speak out about their experience that we can listen, and we can have compassion and empathize, and we can try and put ourselves in that situation and learn from what other people's hardships, what other people have had to go through. A lot of people do learn from it. A lot of people do listen, and can really acknowledge someone else's experience and learn from what they've had to go through. But a lot of people can't. A lot of people have to go through it, you know, and that's what keeps reincarnation going. You know, if we could all just learn from one person, just send them out, and then they can go have all this life experience, and we'll just all sit here and take notes. But generally it doesn't work that way. You have to go through the steps. You have to go through the experience. You have to feel it to learn it. That's how it sinks in. That's how you actually change and, you know, grow and conform and become more expanded as a soul in, you know, dead world, soul world. And there was something else I wanted to talk about, speaking about souls and stuff like that. So I'll be right back. Hold on.